position like this, we also have to have the idea that we might have to break the grip. Because Liam's going to defend. If he feels an arm bar is coming, he's going to try to lock those hands because he doesn't want the arm extended. So I'm going to show you guys one of my favorite ways to break the grip when your opponent is defending your arm bar. Now realize, if you don't have to go off this exact high guard arm bar or high mount arm bar, if you're doing anything a mounted arm bar from side control, you're going to be in the same situation, okay? As well as if you watch any a lot of the EBI style overtime tournaments like Midwest Finishers, EBI, Jiu-Jitsu, we have the spider web position. This is essentially the spider web position. So if you're competing or watching the rule sets, this is another way to handle this. So we're going to load up the arm bar the same way. Let me get the back just a little bit this way. Just like we've been doing all class. So again, I want my nice high mount. I'm going to come under. I'm going to crawl up his body, isolating the arm and head. Now from here, I pop up and slide into my arm lock position, right? So as I shift to go for my arm bar, Liam knows an arm bar's coming, so he starts to lock his hands. So when I slide the leg over the head, he's keeping tight, okay? And he can lock his arm in a variety of ways. He's doing what we call a rear naked choke grip. He may go palm to palm grip. He may go elbow to elbow grip. All these things, he's gonna go wherever he wants. Liam naturally went for the rear naked choke grip over the leg, which is one of the stronger grips this one you're gonna have to deal with all the time. The nice thing is, no matter which of those grips he uses, I'm gonna do the same thing to deal with it. So when I'm breaking this grip, most people are worried about the elbow or the wrist. I gotta pull this elbow, I gotta break this grip on the wrist. While those are gonna have to happen for me to get the arm bar, what's important is his shoulder. His shoulder is what's gonna get him a connection to the floor, and what's gonna allow him to pull the arm that's in jeopardy into his body and use all the strong muscle groups in the back, the chest, the lats, which are gonna be those things that are gonna be hard to break. If it's just his bicep or just his tricep or his forearm, that's easy to break. So when I get to this position, the key for me is that I want to get whatever arm's inside deep elbow to elbow. So right now, my elbow is not in the crook of his elbow. So I'll right away shoot my elbow in the crook of his elbow. And now what I want to do is I want to lift with my core. The goal is I'm going to elevate Liam's shoulder. If you try to put my hand under his shoulder right now, his shoulder is on the floor because he's pulling down. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drive my core forward and I'm going to lift like this. That lifts his shoulder off the floor so I can literally stick my hand in it. That's already putting a ton of more pressure in his elbow and his grip. But now, without the connection from the shoulder to the floor, he's in a weaker spot. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my free hand, I'm going to shoot under. And the thumb is going to point me the direction I'm going to go. So right now my left thumb is pointing to my left, or to my left, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to fall 90 degrees where the thumb points to me. I don't go backwards like this. This is where Liam is strong. He's in a nice chain unit. So what I'm going to do instead, I'm going to fall to the side. His arm pops out. Just like we did last time, straighten it out. And he should tap just from the rotation of my body. I don't have to lift my hip, okay? Now, if I had the other arm in, nothing changes. I'm just gonna fall to the other direction. So if my left arm is in now, he's in the same grip. Again, I'm gonna shoot my left elbow in, and I'm gonna lift. Notice my core lifting, I'm not just using my arms like this. I'm gonna push my belly button into his tricep, and I'm gonna lift up tall. Now, my free hand is gonna shoot under, and again, it's gonna point the direction I'm gonna go. The thumb is showing me this way, so I'm gonna fall this way. As I do it prise, notice his arm's out, I straighten it up, he's tapping from the extension of the arm. I don't have to arch my hips because the arm is so far away from the body, okay? In either case, right arm in, left arm in, doesn't matter. I'm falling the opposite direction, 90 degrees. The leg that's over his head is going to stay holding him down and to elevate his shoulder and create this space, okay? Now if Liam does a different grip, like he goes palm to palm grip, this is not going to change anything that I'm going to do. So again, I can put either arm in, whichever arm you like, go through. I want to crook the elbow against crook the elbow. I want to lift with my core. I want to use my secondary hand to come in. The thumb's going to show me the direction I want to fall. I'm going to fall. If he's a strong guy, he's not going to always pop it. So you just pull it in nice and slow. As soon as the grip breaks, notice I'm stretching his arm out, and then I'm going to rotate to the ceiling, and that's going to finish the nice straight arm lock position. Okay? This is an incredibly strong way to break the grip, however we get into the armbar situation. Whether it's the high mount armbar we did today, whether it's an armbar from guard and you roll him, whether I was in a more standard armbar position. But when we get here, he's going to lock those hands. So we're going to have an easy and simple way to break the grip. And this is the way that I've been doing for super long time. It's very effective. Again, one little detail that's harder to see is when I'm here, I'm putting weight on this leg. So I don't necessarily have to crush Liam's face or neck with it, but I don't let this leg loose or light so that if I start to fall back and my legs come up like this, Liam's going to come back with me. So I either think about putting my heel on the floor and keeping it there, or I just put my leg on his head. So that when I fall, my leg stays down. And that way if he tries to sit up, that's going to keep his head separated from his body. So as I break the grip, he can't follow. Okay? So let's get with our partner and give this one a try. Grip break from the armbar.